So today's video is going to be on how to exit your lazy girl era, gain self-discipline so we can end 2023 as a boss chick. Now we have just about 2.5 months to the end of the year, and actually 2 months is a long time to achieve some goals and to level up. If you're looking to level up, plan out the last 2 months of the year so you can have the results that you deserve, then this video is for you, and let's get into it. So the first thing you want to do when you want to exit your lazy girl era is you want to have a clear visualization of your end goal. You know, what's the end goal of all of this? Because let's face it, okay, if you want to level up before the end of the year, you're going to have to do the work. You want to have direction where you're going. Would you go in a car if the driver didn't know his destination? So you're just going to go in a car and you're going to drive everywhere, and at the end of the day you'll come back to your original position. And this is what I see a lot of us do, is that we jump on things, we take things from social media, what productivity gurus have told us, the things they've told us of that are going to be the things that will level us up, when in reality everyone is different, right? I have my goals, you have your goals. Everyone's end goal is different. Everyone's happy place is different, and the only way you can know that is for you to sit down and ask yourself some certain questions. Okay, why do I want to level up? Like, what's the reason behind me wanting to do this work? So for instance, if your end goal is, okay, I just want to have an extra $5,000 by the end of the year, that's your end game. And everything you're going to do for the next 2 months is to help you gain $5,000 before the end of the year. Any other activity that is not going to take you to that $5,000 is a waste of time. It is. That's what it is. And you know, when you start with the end in mind, it keeps you grounded. Like, it keeps you on the right path, because you know what? We are in the information age. A lot of us will go online and we'll hear all these influencers and all these gurus, and they'll be telling you, you can make money doing this, you can make money doing that. And you know, at the end of the day, maybe what they're telling you isn't even what you want. So the point I'm trying to make is, sit down, you know, visualize what your end goal is, visualize it. And once you visualize where your destination is, now we can begin to sort of chart the path that's going to take us to that destination. But at least we know what our destination is. So the next step in leveling up is focus on one thing. Like, I cannot tell you how much this will help you achieve results, because a lot of the times we're focusing on so many things. I have to say, like, I am repenting of this, okay, because I am the queen of multitasking. I can be doing 20 things at the same time. But what I've realized is that to gain more momentum, when you're focused on one thing, you can go further, you can go faster when you're just focused on one thing. When you're focused on too many things, it will just slow your progress down. A lot of us feel this pressure where we think we have to have all these goals, right? You have to have all these goals and you have to do all these things at the same time. And so when you're putting your goals, you're like, oh, I want to lose weight, I want to make more money, I want to start a business, I want to start a passive income stream, I want to be on YouTube, I want to start Instagram, like, you cannot achieve all these things at once. So pick one. Right? If you want to level up, especially if you want to level up before the end of 2023, pick one, at the most 2. But I always say pick one so that you can focus all your attention on that one thing. So for instance, if your end goal is, okay, I want to start social media. Maybe you want to be an influencer, or you want to start a coaching business or an affiliate business or a passive income business, or whatever it is, right? So now you can think of, okay, what social media platforms do I want to be on? So if you're trying to do 2-3 things at the same time, honey, you're just going to end up running around in circles, and you're not going to end up with anyone at the end of the day. And I think this is one of the biggest reasons why we don't hit our goals, or why we never seem to achieve the things we want to do. And I know for myself, this was something that I really had to start telling myself the truth, in that I try to do too many things at the same time, and at the end of the day, I end up doing none of them very well, because you're only one person. There's only so much that you can spread yourself thin. So focus on one thing. Don't try to do everything before the end of the year. If you want to lose weight, make that your priority. If you want to maybe start social media, make that your priority. If you want to start another business, make that your priority. Don't try to have 4 or 5 goals at the same time, because at the end of the day, you're only going to wear yourself thin, and you're going to just do things on a very mediocre level because you're spreading yourself too thin. This point is super important, because this is what has saved me so much. Like, this has gotten me to start producing on a level that I didn't think that I could. And this is breaking down your goals into small, achievable chunks. So if your goal was to be a size 6, instead of having that just broad heading, you would go and say, do you know what? My goal every week is to lose 3 pounds, right? That's my goal every week. Or my goal every week is to lose 5 pounds. That's it. And you focus on losing 5 pounds every week. Forget about that top goal. That top goal is just to give you direction, right? The goal of being a size 6 is just to give you direction on how you're going to get there. It's you having the end game in mind. That top goal is just to tell you, okay, this is what I want at the end of all this work that I'm going to put, this is where I'm going. But you need to break your goals down into smaller, achievable chunks. Like, this is super, super important. It's just like brick by brick. Like you're building this house, but you're putting everything brick by brick, step by step, line by line. And that's how at the end of 2 months or 3 months, or how many months it is, you will start achieving your goals, right? Rome wasn't built in a day. It's going to take a little bit of time. But guys, like, if you start doing this is how you exit your lazy girl era. A lot of the times we think that we're not doing the things that we're supposed to do because we're lazy or we procrastinate a lot. But most of the times it's just that we don't have a plan or a system to help us stay focused. Controlling your social media. This is super important, and I know for myself, like, I have had to discipline myself with social media and how much time, I am allocating to social media. Sometimes you're not even aware of the amount of time you're giving to platforms. Think about it, right? A lot of us reach for our phones first thing in the morning, and our phones are the last thing we see at night. How terrible is that? Like, it's not even your kid, it's not your husband. A lot of us, our phones are the last things we see at night. Listen, I'm not even calling anyone because I am super guilty, but I started planning my life, right? Because when you want to be hyper focused, when you want to be super focused, when you have like a goal and you're like, I'm gonna hit it, you have to manage your time. And one of the greatest time killers or time wasters is social media. How many times have you gone on TikTok and you're like, oh, I just have 5 minutes and let me just scroll, and before you know it, you spend 30 minutes on that platform? If that has happened to you, let me know in the comment section, because this happens to me all the time. I'm like, okay, I have 5 minutes. Let me go on Instagram. Let me go on YouTube. And before you know it, I'm there 30 minutes, 1 hour, 1 hour gone. Imagine the amount of work you could get done in an hour. Imagine the amount of productivity that we could have done in 1 hour if we controlled our social media. Am I saying that you shouldn't have social media? No, of course not. We can't live without social media, to be honest, because a lot of our businesses, relationships, friends and family, we connect with people right now through social media. So it's impossible to think right now that you're going to totally eliminate social media from your life. However, you should control how you consume social media. When I wake up in the morning, my phone is not the first thing that I pick up. I only pick up my phone now unless I want to check my emails. And then I have times that I'm like, okay, I'm free, I have 30 minutes, I want to unwind, I'm just going to go on social media. You need to take care of yourself. We're so quick to write the goals. We're so quick to jump into a new program or want to boss up and do all of that. And that's great. But the truth is that if you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to hit any of those goals. Self-care is super important. Get good rest. When it's time to go to bed, please go to bed. Right now, I shut down at 9 p.m. That's where I'm right now. 9 o'clock, I'm out because I have 2 kids and I cannot kill myself. I cannot come and die. I've realized that when I get enough sleep, I function better. My mind is clearer. I can think quicker. So instead of going on my phone scrolling or watching late night movies, I just go to bed and have a good night's sleep, and I can be recharged the next day. So take care of yourself, eat better. Sometimes when you change your diet, you have some certain types of meals and then you're just sluggish throughout the day. It's almost like you cannot even get yourself to move. You're sleepy, your brain is foggy because you're just eating junk food. So try to take care of yourself, try to eat healthier, drink water, get good night's rest. So those are the things that I'm doing to level up, and they have been working in my life. Let me know in the comment section if any of these tips have helped you, or if you have any tips for me, let me know as well. I'd love to hear from you guys. Don't forget to like this video if this video has helped you in any way. It really does help me grow and it helps the algorithm know that you like the video. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.